Hi guys, it's Wednesday and that means it's classic rock on Waxing On. And today we're going to look at a performer who has been around back into the 1960s. Still going strong, just recently had a birthday. And we're going to look at, again, one kind of like a greatest hits album. It's that 20th Century Masters series I've talked about. We talked about it with Big Bad Voodoo Daddy, Steppenwolf, Springsteen. It's a great series where, again, they pull together a lot of different performances, and in one package, you get some of the best of that artist. And today's artist, it's Rod Stewart. Now, my first exposure to Rod Stewart was with the Faces. Rod Stewart, Ron Woods, and they had some great tunes. He's branched off into his own solo performances. And again, one of my favorite albums out of that was Every Picture Tells a Story, very early Rod Stewart album, which I still listen to a lot. I never really got into some of his later work the same way. There was just a certain style and honesty about what he was doing during that era that really appealed to me. Now, also have to give Rod Stewart a big thank you for not coming to Woodstock. You may have already heard the story. Apparently he was on the list of performers to be at Woodstock, but didn't come. Opened the door for Joe Cocker. Glad he came. Not going to pick one over the other, but it was Joe Cocker's first big exposure into North America, and I mean, that was well worth getting him on the continent as well. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Again, a lot of tunes that maybe came from my favorite album. Give you some idea of what he's performing here. Maggie May. You Wear It Well, I Know I'm Losing You, Country Comforts, Every Picture Tells a Story, Angel, Gasoline Alley, It's All Over Now, Reason to Believe, True Blue, Twisting the Night Away, and Handbags and Glad Rags. So a good cross-section of Rod Stewart hits. And again, why I keep coming back to that Every Picture Tells a Story, if you get a chance to pull that one out. We had Maggie May, we had Reason to Believe, we had kind of a country feel, we had rock, we had everything in that album. It really showed a number of different sides of what Rod Stewart could do. And before we got into the, Do You Think I'm Sexy kind of glitzy stuff he was doing. Real honest music in here. If you get a chance, The Faces, Gasoline Alley was another good one, and we got a few of those hits on the 20th Century Masters as well. And certainly Every Picture Tells a Story. Early Rod Stewart, but to me, I think it's some of the best of what he was doing. To give you an idea of that, I'm not sure 20th Century Masters, whether you can still buy hard copies. I would check on streaming networks. Certainly, streaming networks would have majority of his library available, so you could kind of pick and choose. I know we're going to look at another series maybe on Friday where MTV was doing their Unplugged series, and Rod Stewart was one of the featured performers on that as well. So a lot of different opportunities to check out Rod. If you get a chance, make that one of your picks for this week. Okay, that's it for today. Friday, we are going to look at the MTV series. So we'll see you then. Everybody have a great rest of your week.